Morning, guys. Starting bright and early. Pack one, pick one, rage one. All right, what do we have? Pack one, pick one. Hornet Queen, Pact of Negation, Triomes. I think this is just a Triome. Like, this card is solid if you can cheat it in. Kind of medium if you cast it. This card's alright. This card's okay. This card's ridiculous when you hit your 6th land as a aggressive red deck, but otherwise it's crap. I don't think anything of that card. I don't think the 1-drops are worth talking about. The removal's okay, but it's not exciting. Alright. The Mirror's interesting, and Loris is quite good, especially as a build around early. This card is fine. This card is decent, but not great. I think I Loris over Valky. It's a dual land, but it's kind of colors I don't love, and it's a Scry land as opposed to a shock land. Happy to see Loris. Excuse me. Alright, another Triome. Wrong colors. 2 nice duels. This is a Radha who I like. Radha often wheels, but not always. Helm's super strong, but really slow. It will win you the game if you equip it, kind of deal. Don't really want to play red-green again. Black-red, black-green. Think I'm taking the Triome or the Overgrown Tomb. Let's grab Tomb. Residual Salt. That gets cleaned out each day at the end of the stream. So we're back to base salt levels. I haven't played with Cheval. It's an interesting idea. Draws me cards and kills stuff based on their permanence. I like the Caravan as a mana dork of any color. It's a black-white duel, black-red duel. No reason to suggest we're playing green. I'm not sure if the upside of this card is strong enough. And Caravan is quite good. Massacre is snap pick? No. Nope. Is it nuts? Oh. Okay. I know, Dehydrogenase, wasn't that an amazing comment? Just like absolutely amazing. Alright, there's a Visionary, which is the best card in this pack. I really liked Sigrid. I'd love to play a deck that could utilize Bolus's Citadel. And I don't hate Berserker. We haven't anywhere near where we're at right now because we have no payoff cards yet. I think all things equal, I run Visionary here. Although I'm really looking at that Sigrid. Really liked Sigrid yesterday. Between these two, for me, nod towards that, nod towards that, nod towards that. We're nowhere near aggressive red deck. We're trying to do like the exact opposite of an aggressive red deck today. Of course, it's all aggressive red cards. Dude, Immersion Predator, Immerstrom Predator, rather. And an Icy. I think this card is high enough power level. I think normally in this pack, I love Icy, but Icy is very slow in this format. Normally I'd look at this and I'd go, I love the treasure token generation has been disgusting for fixing. And no one ever drafts red. So this and Magda have been really powerful cards for me. But I think here I take this card. This card is like super hard, difficult to get rid of. If they don't match up with exile effects, you're in really good shape. Alright. So what colors are we playing? We have no idea. We're trying to play as many colors as we can right now. The Demolisher's been good, but not incredible. Feed the Swarm's been medium, although it seems like it should be really good because it hits all sorts of targets. I think I'm on the Demolisher. This card sometimes just blows up a land and wins the game. I like that feed hits enchantments, but it is expensive life-wise. Let's grab the Demolisher and see. Good morning, Nieblas. I think Massacre Worm was strong in whatever format it was in or something, but it hasn't... A, I've never seen it played here, and B, it's so expensive and so slow. I mean, maybe it's okay versus the Weenie decks where it just wipes their board kind of deal, but there's a shit ton of other sweepers that are better than -2/-2, right? There's -4/-4. There's 3 different ones that are destroy all creatures. There's the Quake, the customizable Earthquake one. It's just, there's a lot of other ones. All right, blue-white duel, chromatic orrery, Demon Bolt, Terramander, token generator, draw card. Tokens do shit for us. Depends how red we are. I've been trying to stay away from core red. This is between Orrery and Demon Bolt for me. I'll grab Bolt. Alright, a shit ton of duels and Pact of Negation. Red-green, but it's a scry land. Black-white, it's a shock land. Blue-white. Let's grab our black-white shock. Okay. Warrant Warden, Curiosity, Spell Pierce, Temple. Alright. Worm can win versus field decks. It's a really specific win con, huh? Take my black-red duel. Worm wield, black-white, choose land, and a scry, black-red. Take the land. Blue-black or prism. Let's grab a prism. Sorceries are instants or a 1/1 dork. I don't think we're playing either of those, but we'll see. I really don't like Thirst for Meaning. All right, pack 2, pick 1. There's a showdown in the colors we're playing. This card is absolutely busted. Vivian's okay. I haven't seen ECD be very good in this format, although I'm sure it's fine. There's plenty of targets for it. I love Mindstone, but Showdown is really powerful. And if we're good stuff drafting, what I want to do is draft the good stuff when it shows up. So that's the card, one of the cards we're looking for. This kind of sucks. If we're looking blue-green core, I mean, I guess we're playing red. I like Rune Blaster. We don't have removal though yet. These cards are not cards I want to play in this deck. This card I'd love to wheel. We don't know our exact colors right now. There's a white-red duel. Mostly a tap duel though. Kind of looking to splash red right now, not actually play it. Although this Loris may just not be in our life. It might just be white, red, green. That's hard. I'll take the Rune Blaster and we'll see. Alright, shit Chandra, Fight with Fire, Bedevil. Duels of a couple different colors, a little bit of Recursion and Disfigure. The only color I know I'm playing right now is red. I don't hate this card as a reach spell later. It's kind of expensive removal for 5 damage, but it's okay. I really like Disfigure as a 1 mana, but I'm not sure we're actually very black right now. We have literally 1 black card, 2 with the Predator, but I don't want to splash Disfigure, so I'm going to take Fight with Fire. What's the reason for taking a land over a creature? Is it worth more money? I'm going to assume you're a fairly new player with a comment like that. This is draft, and this is Phantom Draft, so I don't keep any of these cards. None of these cards will make it into my owned cards, quote unquote, right? No, the reason to take land over creature, and it's not over creature, it's over all the other cards that aren't lands, is because the lands are going to let me cast the spells I want to cast, and the spells that are being offered aren't powerful enough for me to be carrying when I could be taking the fixing instead. All right, Lavamancer is reasonable. It's not exciting here. So Woe Strider, which is probably a little bit better. Red-blue duel. Blue-black-green. think I'm Lava Mancer here. I think I keep ending up playing red, and red's probably a scam. Hey Kex, thanks for 50 months, man. Welcome back. All right, pretty nice cards with Dreadhorde Invasion. I love Rush Me. I think this card is excellent. But I'm on the Harvester, I think. There's another 3-drop, but oh well. Colorless 3-drop with lifelink seems so good in this format. So fixing an Anthem effect on 5 mana. White-green duel. White 1-drop. Ashiok. We're nowhere near a mill deck. Okay, let's grab the Wake. Some of the drafts you do get to keep the cards, but this is a phantom draft where the stipulation is it's cheaper to buy into, but you don't keep the cards. Spikefield Hazard is okay. I don't really want a red-blue duel. Blue looks like the only color we're not playing quite yet. There's 3 blue dual lands too. I don't want a Sahili rather. I don't really care about Spikefield Hazard either though. Maybe I could play that as red. A Hostage Taker on pick 8. Fuck off. Am I playing blue all of a sudden? We've got 3 colorless fixers right now. And blue on our Triome. Shit. So Back for More really doesn't do a lot for this deck. A 2-drop in black is maybe, but we don't know. Shit. Okay. Alright. Red 5-drop. Red 1-drop. Black-blue duel. Kinda. Take the duel, I guess. Okay. Alright, so we wield Warkite, which I really like, and Hagra's Mauling. Still don't have a lot of black cards, just 2 splash cards. Could I possibly play Warkite with this mana? I think we're core red-green. Definitely core red. Maybe we're not playing a lot of green. I'll take this, but I don't know if we're playing it. Take the duel. Gotta get some playables here. We can play this dude, kinda. I'm kinda over drafting real decks. We might just be drafting piles today, I'm not sure. Since the format seems really pile friendly. It's kind of annoying not to see more payoff cards for that, but here we are. Okay. Opt or a 2-1. It does nothing. Jesus. Alright, I'll take the 2-1, I guess. Of course, would it be blue-red starting? Why not? Makes total sense. Sky Sovereign is a kind of a bomb. It's like a low-key bomb. What else is in this pack? The Dude Generator, a Royal, Fixing. Alright, I'll take the colorless. It's also the Lotus up there. Witch of the Moors. That is a payoff card for an archetype that we're getting, unfortunately, in pack 3. I don't think I have any life gain. I don't think there's any way to take advantage of that right now. It's too bad. This card is a card I'd love to see early. We could just greed like Escape to the Wilds. There's a mill card here. God alone knows what fucking colors we're playing. Red black duel. I think I take Escape and hope to wheel the Blood Crypt or the bag. Yeah. Shark Typhoon, Great Shark, Heartless Act, Red White Duels, Thief of Sanity. I have no idea what colors we're playing. Heartless Act is generally pretty good. Typhoon's always good if I'm playing blue. Embercleave is fine. This is not an Embercleave deck. I have very little directed removal right now. I think I'm grabbing the Heartless Act. I can splash that fairly easily. All right, there's a Traxos, a Serpent, and a Lava Coil in there. Lava Coil's looking real good right about now. Also a Doomscar and Apparition. I don't really want double of any color right now. These cards are pretty dead. This card technically fixes, but is really weak. We don't actually have so many cards for Traxos. The Serpent's flexible, but I think it's Lava Coil here, honestly. I know I'm playing red because all of my removal and all of my good cards are in fucking red right now. An early red 2-drop, a Fabled Passage for fixing. This card is a body on the board if I need it, or just stealing their cards, both of which are quite good. Languish is also good as a sweeper in this, but I don't have double black readily available. I kind of like Fabled Passage as fixing here. Also blue-black duel, red-green duel, Pyromancer, Fleet Devil. Kind of need some dudes is all. I'm really tempted to take that 2-1, but I didn't. All right, sword, white 2/2 beater, a dragon, some garbage. Is it ever sword? I mean, I can probably cast this card in this deck. It's just going to be clunky. I don't really want to play that card though. I mean, it generates bodies. This is about the only thing it has going for it here. All right, black removal, black recursion, black-white life drain, aggro red, blue-black card advantage, green-blue card advantage with a beater. CMC 3. I actually have a couple bodies that will sit around there. Harvester, Caravan, Sword are all CMC 3. So Rex Sage in green. We're not very green right now, even though I keep drafting green cards. We've got an Intervention in red. Another black-white life payoff card, which is just too late to see that archetype being offered pack 3. I don't want those. Conclave Mentor doesn't do anything. Black-red duel. So this is Rex Sage or black-red duel. Take the Rex Sage. Fixing with draw attached to the other side of it's pretty tempting. I like Royal here as well. I don't think we're close to anything else. Maybe the Gilded Lotus, but I'll grab Spring to Mind. Black-red duel or Skewer or Bag. So this is a card we wanted to wheel. Got a lot of black splashing in here for not very many black cards. I don't mind never playing a swamp though, so I grab Blood Crypt here. Into the Royal's okay too. Alright, Magma Jet. Instant 2 damage removal, and the color we know we're playing is okay with Scry. I wouldn't mind the red-white duels, but I'll take another playable. Tajik. Tajik's pretty far from where we want this deck to be, but this card's really far. Does that mean we're running Elvish Reclaimer? Oh yeah, we are. 1-drop green, seems fine. Blue-black duel, take it. I don't want the god. Deem worthy as cycling that sometimes does something, or Throne of Death. We're nowhere near Throne of Death in this deck. And a Celebrant. Alright, so we got a pile. This pile doesn't look like the piles we want to look like. Piles we normally want have Golos and all the fucking power cards in it. This card just has a pile of cards of different colors that do things. So that will be exciting to make a deck out of it. Feels like a good first deck of the day for sure. Alright. What the hell are we playing? So what's creature count? If I don't cut a single creature, we're at 14. It's pretty low. All right. What the fuck do we actually want to play here? I really don't recommend drafting like this in normal drafts, but yesterday we did a lot of serious drafting where we spent our time to try to see what was open, to pick the strongest cards for the archetypes that we were hoping to play, and we ended up getting blown out of the water all fucking day. So part of me kind of looks at that and goes, well, we must be doing this format wrong if that is the case, because all we got was punish for playing solid decks in 2 or 3 colors. So here we are in pile. So let's take a look at what we absolutely are playing, which at the moment looks like red, a little bit of white, some black splash, my artifacts. Okay. Well, at some point you have to stop blaming. I mean, it's not like I'm stopping blaming everything else. It's like, sure, there's definitely scenarios where you can't win a game of Magic because of screws or floods. But there's also things like if every opponent I play is either playing a white weenie deck, a red weenie deck, or a super control-y, do nothing, win the game on turn 49 kind of fucking deck like I'm playing against for the Golos decks, then that says something about the format. It says that the mid-range decks are getting screwed by getting rushed down and screwed by getting run over by the card advantage of these bigger decks. And if you're stuck in these middle range decks, you may not be in very good shape relative to the format. So, yeah. Lucky to get my vaccine. It's not luck based here, Strivis. The country is pretty much at the point of unrestricted vaccines at this point. Iowa, where I live, opened up to all age groups on April 5th. So, all right. What does our mana fixing look like here? But yeah, I'm excited about the vaccine for fucking sure. I mean, we've got lots of mana fixing. The question is, what do we do with it? I guess I want this on the other side of this so I can make this easier. Game, please. Please, game. Okay, so what are we trying to fix for right now? Okay, so if I'm red core for sure. Black is an easy splash. How much green? We have one of these lands that wants that. And what do we want for green? What's our early game here? So we do have green early game. We have a little bit of blue early game, but it's really low power level. So playing these cards is totally unexciting to me. I thought I got a War Kite in here, but I don't see it now. So we have Sprite Dragon, Stormcaller, this guy. Is there any universe in which I want that? I mean, I need crew. Have a fair number of non-creature spells. Sprite Dragon might be a real card if we're playing enough blue sources. I'm not sure we are playing enough blue sources though. 1, 2, 3, 4 cheap blue sources. If I want to put core blue here. What does core green look like? Core green looks a little bit better. Mana Dork on 3, Reclaimer on 1. Fixing and the rest of it. Situational removal spell, situational win more card. Early game spring to mind, mid game value card. That seems okay. So this is core green red, I guess. I don't need white in this deck except for Mirari's Wake. This card is just playable then as a 5. A little light on bodies for the Demolisher. Human. Elf. There's 3 elves. No other bodies there. We're real light on 2 drops, chat. Real light on creatures. This might not be a card I want to play then. Can fit Hostage Taker in for art. I mean, this is splashing blue and black, I guess, which means that my blue-black duels don't actually help me cast Hostage Taker very well. There's a world in which we aren't playing Hostage Taker here. We have a fair number of non-creature spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tokens are actually super valuable here for crewing as well as feeding to the predator. Might be playable. Have a lot of 3s in this deck. Prism for fixing. Drafted a lot of lands, which is good, but also kind of painful. Painful for playables when we're not hitting payoffs here. This is 17, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Imagine if we played a mana base like that. All right, so what creature cards do we want? Is Experimental Overload a card we play? Instants and sorceries. How many do I have that aren't reactive? Not a lot. Could be a win con though. Bouncing fight with fire to kill them. If we can get in blue cheaply, kind of be nice. Blue-red is pretty cheap. We're already playing mountains. My blue fixing is kind of weak though. It's blue-black. That one at least is a blue-red. It's only the only dual land in blue I have that is cheap are these two. So there's really only 2 blue sources for cheap. 3 off the Prism, 4 off the Reclaimer, I guess. Maybe I don't have to play an island. $38 playables here. Let's bring on the Overload for 39. What's my last playable? I technically have some recursion with Loris, but it's black-black or black-white, which is not so good. And it doesn't recur all that much. This deck looks optimistic. Maybe Deemworthy is our final card here. I don't think we have enough creatures. Creature count is super low, right? It's always do this when I try to click on this. Creature count is 8, so we don't want to be running sword, I don't think. We do have some tokens, but not a lot. We have a lot of things that need crewing, and not a lot of people do crewing as well, which is pretty rough. I like it. I love our first pile. Our first pile makes me happy. I don't think it's going to do very well, but it's going to be a hell of a lot more fun to play than a solid like red-green deck with all the right cards in there and then just getting blown the fuck out by Mr. Answerman. So at least we're gonna go down having some fun. I think I'm playing Deemworthy as our last playable. Okay. All right. So let's do mana now. Always Fabled Passage. Always Hinterland Harbor here. Fixing and Acceleration. I have no X spells. I don't really have any payoffs for this card. I don't have creatures to take effect of the Anthem. This is like a 5 mana. I mean, it's 5 mana, double my mana, which is something, but I don't have a lot to do with my mana, quite honestly. So, obviously, going to play this one. That's also free fixing for blue. We do need black twice, but only twice. So we don't want to go overboard on black cards. Black-green fixing is very nice. Red-black fixing is very nice. Red-black. These are all pretty cheap splash colors there. Does black-blue work for us? We have no black-blue cards, so black-blue dual actually does work. This one's pretty bad because it's island or swamp. Otherwise, it's just a tap land. We don't have very many swamps. Got a couple. That one is less good because it doesn't be both. We do need white-green for the showdown. White-black optional. White-black splash is actually straight up good. Okay. The Moderna, I believe, Doubtmaster. I don't think I can play Mauling because 2 black is quite expensive for us. I can play the Hazard if we want. It's a tap land, I guess. And I think I don't bother with the white-black since I need an either or, not on cast. Okay. All right, so I think this is our lands. All right, so what do we want? We need green and red early and everything else a little tiny bit later. This is 4 black sources, 5 off the Caravan, 6 off the Prism. So we really don't need any more black sources. That's fine. Green sources. Well, let's do blue sources next. That's the easy one. We have 1 blue card and a couple blue-green or blue-red cards. So we really don't need many islands. This provides blue. That provides blue. 2 more blue there. I think that's actually fine. This is not a basic. This is any land. Okay. Okay. So I'm not playing islands. And then, how many white sources for showdown? 1, 2, 3, 5 again, seems fine. So it's just mountains and forests here. Is there any way I could play this mauling? Okay. Immersion Predator, a lot less good when I have no creatures to sack to it, by the way. Alright, so what is this for count? 1, 4. Okay, we need 2 more lands. This is 1, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. So all my colors are fine except for red and green right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is 2 forests. All right, let's count sources one last time. Okay, so I think I count Prism as a fixer and I count Caravan. These are both colorless fixers, so they don't really care what sources they're in. So green then is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green sources. Red is 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red sources. Plenty of fixing for the other colors. We can absolutely get color screwed, but our mana base is fine. Our mana base is absolutely fine. Problem is actually the power level of this deck. So we got some draw shit, so we can just overwhelm them. We have a little bit of inevitability with Fight with Fire. I'm a little worried about getting run over. We have almost no creatures. Let's hope our early matches are... I think... What is red green? Red green is like a forest fire or like a pile of leaves that have caught fire or something. I want to call this like dumpster pile or something. I think we're going to go with dumpster pile. Okay. What is going to be the MVP? Brush fire isn't bad either. Might actually be better. It's kind of what I'm looking for. All right. And what card really defines this? A burning portal. As we portal back to the draft stage of this. That seems reasonable. Okay. All right, let's actually count my lands. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I want a 17 land deck here. Arguably it could be an 18 land deck, but I think this is okay. All right. Pile 1. How many are we going to get? Are we going to get 5 with our pile, chat? Let me know. Let's get our first game of the day. I like Brushfire. I want to convey the sense of disaster while simultaneously referencing our red and green. You're believing? I mean, it's optimistic. Okay. Get a tap land into a 1-drop into a 3-drop on 3. We're going first. This seems good. Okay. Lavamancer, not so great with no cards on our board, but it's a dude for a Demolisher. Not a dude for Demolisher, he's a human. All right. Good point. Lavamancer, not a dude for Demolisher. So we're on 5 mana. Unfortunately, our hand doesn't do anything with 5 mana. Besides Demolisher. He looks like he's just playing 2 colors right now. mean, I can hold up Deem Worthy as a cycle for 4. It's probably my best play, honestly. I don't think playing this out, destroying a land that doesn't do anything, or destroying a dude that doesn't do anything matters. 1 mana off playing this as a 5, but I don't get my cards back. It's an annoying one. So I can ping it, but I lose my mana dork in return, so I don't even get value out of that. Can blow that up with Rex Sage too. Could just go face with this, but I feel like I'm going to need this to end up as a 5 mana removal for this thing. So I don't think I do anything here, annoyingly. Nice top deck. Actually does something. Remove that 3/3. Anything else I want to do this turn? Not really. Am I also attacking with the 2/2? I think I am attacking with the 2/2. So I don't want to offer the trade and ping away both mine, but I'll trade 1 for 1 here. If he wants to drop block that, it's fine. But I don't want to get 2 for 1 by the fucking mirror. Okay. No target now for Demolisher. That's a really nice cycle target. Alright, let's fix our lands here. I guess we want blue. We don't have islands in the deck, so I can't actually tutor up islands, which is a bit awkward. Actually can't tutor up most of my splash colors. But I don't want to draw one of these cards before doing it. Yeah. I'm playing no basics of other types. Actually, I'm not sure that's right. I might be wrong. Anyways, grab a forest. Let's cycle this away. I have 2 cards in my graveyard. I could also just kill that. I really like the idea of getting value, but I might need this for bigger threats. Wish I could crew. I could just cast Demolisher as a 6/6. Still hold up. We're at 6 actually. No, this is worse. It's worse in every way to not just crew this. Okay. Getting too fancy. Really wanted to get value out of this when I can just use my fucking stuff on the board. Seems fine. Alright, chat. We are 1-0. That was a Hydra on the top of his library. Comes in with either... It's a 2-green X Trampler. It starts as a 0/1, and it either comes in with twice as many counters as you paid in X, or it comes in with that many counters, and you fight a creature when it comes into play. So it's like a 5-mana 3/4 that fights something, or a 5-mana 6/7. Okay. Alright. Match 2. Okay, what do we got? Cube doesn't give you gems as reward. No, it only gives you gold. No black mana, but we have a good 5-drop and a good 3-drop. We're going first. Plenty of lands. This is fine. Okay. Keep it. Early interaction. Wish I could cast my Predator, but oh well. Hope I'm doing well. It's early in my day. I'm not yet tilted out of this tilted out of the format, so doing fine. Thanks. No service. I would love to accelerate out to 5 with open black mana, and this pause looks like he's got something. I don't know if he'll kill the Visionary or not. It is a mana dork. He probably will. Didn't end step remove it. Every once in a while I hear someone claim that, but it seems pretty unlikely. Garrick's Uprising. Unexpected. So I could Demolisher it. I could Demolisher his land. He's only got the 1 green source. I don't hate that. It is my mana dork becoming a 6/6, which makes him super vulnerable to 2-for-1s. If I cast Prism, it doesn't accelerate at all, so I'm only on 3, 4, 5 mana. I can't cast Immersion Predator yet. So it sets me up for a pretty brutal 2-for-1 with a removal spell. But I did just fuck his green sources on a deck that apparently wants to play big creatures going second. This is always how this card gets good, right? This series of kind of things. Tap Greenland, I like it. Any plays from you this turn, opponent? No? I like that too. It's interesting. So I'm going to shock in this land. I'm going to Sovereign away the 3/3. The honest rule beater from yesterday? No. No, it's not. And I'm going to smack him in the face for 6. So far, this creature has done 12 points of damage and unramped our opponent, the Demolisher. Which is fucking nuts, right? We the Gruul Beater yesterday, you should watch those games if you're interested in fun Magic. So like those were super excruciating to play, but fairly interesting games, I think, with the Gruul deck towards the end. So Immerstrum Predator really has some nice plays with crewing. Every time you crew it, it taps. Every time it taps, it eats a card out of a graveyard and gets +1/+1. I think this goes base. I like animals better than it's creature on the cycle. Okay. So here, if I have 6 mana, he's dead. Unfortunately, I have 5. I think he's still dead though, because of the Sovereign kills the 3/3, right? I think he's just dead on board. Okay, we'll cast our creature and win the game. How does that feel? All right. That's 2. Going first is good. Not wrong. Not wrong. It turns out going first in this game is like, and it's somewhere someone linked me a stat from that. It was some insanely different. Like it was like a 65-35 breakdown for win percentage just off going first. This is an outdated resource system in this game is the problem, right? It's just a 25-year-old fucking resource system. Is it 66%? Seriously? Where's that stat coming from? I'd really like to have the source of that. Sky Sovereign is bonkers? Yes. Yes, it is. This hand sucks. We're going second. I mean, we have black mana to cast this on 3, but no creatures to sack to it. I've got 3 lands, though. Draw into stuff here, I guess. Need to draw. Didn't want to see that. That's scary. Because that is often an aggro start. I kind of forgot I had a Fabled Passage in this deck. It's nice to be able to play land base without basics of the colors you don't want, but Fabled Passage is basics only, which makes it a little bit painful to not have access to. I don't know if I have to remove this or not. It doesn't actually kill me. It just makes my opponent's deck a lot better. He's discarding removal. So here's the punish for not playing Fabled Passage. I don't actually have red yet, so I can't cast Saheeli now, which is too bad because I'd really like to. There's still no point in playing Fabled Passage that turn. It doesn't get me any faster, and next turn I can bring it in untapped, so the same delay. Okay. I don't know, we need that link. Maybe I'll ask about it later because it needs to see what we're talking about. He doesn't play out Sprite Dragon there. That's crazy. I can play out the Predator into a counter. This feels like counter magic. I have to do something at some point, and next land is Saheeli plus Magma Jet, which is pretty valuable. The Predator doesn't have to win me the game. I've got other cards in hand and a lot of value. I think I just run this out into the counter. It's definitely an annoying one to get countered or removed or whatever, but it's never going to stay on the board. If this man is discarding 1/2 hasters that grow, then his hand is fucking good, or he's really short in land, right? Like, that card's a solid card in a red-blue archetype on an empty board when you have tempo, so. Yeah, I don't care if he's holding a counter. I'm gonna have to play through that, and I don't want another pass. Like, all of my stuff gets countered later, too. Tap out, draw 2 cycle. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now I can remove this fucking Elder if I want. If I draw a red source here, untapped red source is so good for us here. So good. Give me untapped red source game. Can I bring this in as a shock land or no? I don't think I can. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this. Maybe this should just be a mountain.
My creations are things of beauty.
Okay. I feel like most times this is Niv. Of course he plays a 1 health creature the second I play Spikefield Cave. Okay. Yeah, they don't have haste. And he's tapped out this turn. Take 2 to my Saheeli. Doesn't even go for Saheeli. It's interesting. It's combat damage to cycle, I see, to the player. I think Escape is too slow, although it does have synergies with this. It lets me play lands there. I can play 2 lands in a turn. I could actually maybe escape to Magma Jet, which seems pretty good. Let's start with this. Alright, so next turn is 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I can take the tap land. I do want max mana for Fight with Fire. So I think it's that. Okay. We're a little behind on board. Opponent is now switched from a do-nothing counter deck to a tempo deck out of nowhere, I guess. I could take 3 to Sahil. I'm not really big on the minusing. I don't care if it takes 3. Do I just trade off with the token? Yeah. Okay. This deck shouldn't have an Embercleave in it. This deck doesn't an Embercleave deck at all. I mean, he's playing it, and there's no denying that. But it feels kind of bad. Like, why not go face with everything then? If you're trying to blow me out with Embercleaves, just doesn't make sense to me. All right. I've got a lifelinker, which is good. I mean, our turn was going to be playing these things. I guess it probably doesn't change. Can't play that this turn. It's a next turn kind of thing. Token as Summoning Sickness. Okay. How does this work? Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control. Maybe I should have left that token up, because then I could have cloned the Harvester for damage, I guess. Okay. Haven't played a lot of Saheeli. Alright. We're getting low on health, unfortunately. I've got an okay hand if we can survive like this turn. What do I die to here? Any pump spell brings it to 3. It's really easy to die to that. It's got first strike 2. He's never attacking there. I want to remove that with fire, right? Although he's got a counter in hand that we know about. I have 2 ways to kill it. They're expensive. All right. I don't fucking know where to block here, honestly. Kind of need my land. Wait. No. Fucking go where I told you. Okay, block. I can die to the first strike if he pumps this 6. It's already a lot, sure. I do get lifelink off the Harvester. I think anything in front of the Elder dies. If he has an answer for this too, we're in trouble. He can't kill me off the first strike part, so I go to 4. He has removal now for this as well, of course. His last card is, of course, triple spell Jeskai Elder Embercleave, bounce my lifelinker, is his play here. So we are dead. Yeah, very exciting. Fucking opponent. All right, I mean that's our clunky deck there. I mean he didn't do anything this entire game. He played a 1/2 card cycler to dig up Embercleave, which is just not a deck. So we don't die to a pump spell, Sevwell. Because we gain lifelink. Okay. It's a hard line to play against. There's no blocks that work there, right? I have to use the Harvester to gain life. I think the actual... I think there was a misplay that game. I think the misplay that game was not was blocking the 1/1 token. I hadn't thought about the fact I could clone my Harvester. Although I would have to have crewed it first. We're going second with this hand. We're going to be tight on sources. There's no mana to do that. Paranoia. Maybe the time after, the turn after we can do that. Our turn's pretty scripted, right? We want to run out all those dudes and our accelerant. We don't need to destroy the Embercleave if we last the turn. So if we last the turn, we get to fight with fire as a kick spell for 10 damage to his entire fucking board, clearing that really well. We just have to survive that turn in a way that doesn't lose us the game, which unfortunately is not what happened. This comes into play untapped, right? Swamp or Mountain. This is a swamp. Okay. I mean, there's a ton of other things we can do. We had a stacked hand of other cards, right? It's just, it seemed pretty likely that a lot of the time I survive that turn. And if I survive that turn, we get to untap and do a bunch of really powerful things. So yes, there's like 4 different ways I could have killed that creature if we had to. Oh, that's a clunky draw. So we just drew 5-drop into 5-drop on a hand that was already 6-drop. 4-drop we can't play. Because we drew a land last turn. So the problem here is mana. I don't really wish to run a fight with fire into a 2-1, so I guess I'm demon bolting on their turn. It's pretty unpleasant. I'm going to demon bolt the 2-1. Card comes back in 2 turns. This card requires land every turn. Just got trolled so hard with no land here. I can't double remove that, right? I think we're kind of dead here, chat. I can't miss land here. I can 2-for-1 myself removing this fucking thing and spend my entire turn with all of my removal. It's not very exciting. Alright, we can cast our Predator, but we can't protect our Predator. We're still taking damage on the board. I don't think this card is playable in just a regular red deck. I really don't. Rosodon. Alright, we need to draw land. Land is our nut draw here. Fuck yeah. I don't even hate a Karuga for 1. We're at 12. He does have that Kenra coming back next turn, maybe. Whoa. Dude, that card is really not what we wanted to see this turn. Can't double spell, so my options are literally the highlighted cards right now. Predator is easier to remove, but either way we're crewing the Sovereign. So I know he doesn't draw from himself. I got punished by that the other day. So it's draw 1. As I said, it draws off the flagship. I said that out loud. I still think it's probably not that though. I think it's Predator. It's not like I get, it's like 6 mana. It doesn't get me 2 spells, right? It just gets me 1 still. So I think this is just here. Okay. Torben's a blowout card. It's a pretty stupid card for sure. Especially in this scenario, right? Opponent's got board. He's got 2 little tiny beaters on board. Oh, suddenly his little beaters are huge beaters. Like, it's pretty rough. If he has the mana, oh, he does. It's just not. So am I still dead? Is it double? How does this work? Damage plus 2. So that's 3. That's 5. So I'm dead. Stabilize versus anything that's not like this type of shit we're okay versus. I mean, who knows what his last cards are. Skewer face. Alright. Exciting game. Go. Alright. So we've just died to an Embercleave blue-red cycling deck with triple spells to pump the guy for exact lethal. It's pretty unpleasant. I guess it wasn't exact lethal, slightly over. He did 10 to our at 8. And then we've died to Mr. Mono Red playing the worst cards in the format. I mean, those are bad cards in there. He's playing a 1/1 haster that pings. He's playing that fucking landfall dork. Like, those are just not good cards. The rest of his cards are okay, but those were not good cards. Going first here, we're missing green mana hurts. We've got removal on 2, removal on 3. Green mana opens up Rec Sage. We have white mana, so 2 mana opens up Showdown. It's a questionable one. I don't want to mull this though. So, we raged yet? Not yet. Not yet. I don't think our deck mattered there, right? Like last playthrough or last game. I don't think our deck mattered. Rarely do we have decisions there. Don't have a lot of 2-drops, so drinking by noon. I don't know. I think I have to be sober for the vaccine tonight. I'm not sure they'll give me a vaccine if I show up belligerently drunk. All right. So we win or lose based on our land draws here. We've got 17 lands in the deck. Let's see what we get. Opponent? Today we're playing a game of Magic. You've fired up a program on your computer that allows you to play digital Magic with other people across the internet. You've engaged in hitting the play game button. Search for a match, found a match, and are now deciding about your hand. At some point, you will have to make decisions that are part of the game that you've decided to play. You will have to progress with playing of that game. Take your time, opponent. No rush. I mean, I can see how. I mean, this is like people who queue into the draft and then don't hit ready. Like, what are they queuing into? You have to confirm like 6 times that you're ready to start drafting in this. And then it's like some people are like, I'm not ready. All right. Unkillable creature. Feels bad. With removal in hand that doesn't hit it. How's today treating me? About as you'd expect. Go ahead, activate, take 4 life. Do it. Do it. Do it, coward. Do it. Do it. Do it. No. If Lava Coil would kill it, it would exile it. But it doesn't just exile it. Do it. This harvester is terrifying. Activate the Vanguard. Activate it. Do it. He didn't do it, chat. Don't know why. Okay, we're gonna get some value here. Let's cast Monument. Monument is terrifying. Generates a fuck ton of tokens, but Rex Sage in hand. Never didn't have it, of course. We're part of the Never Didn't Have It family here on Filthy Robot channel. We just drew our lands too. So we just need an answer to Mr. Vanguard here. I'm gonna 2-for-1 you on Reclamation Sage on turn 3. Activate. I'll choose not to destroy my Harvester. You may activate your life now if you want. I'm gonna threaten to block. If I can stabilize for a turn or two and start like running out Showdown, we're in really good shape. Okay. So now it's a 5 power creature, annoyingly. So I take 5, which sucks. It's actually the kind of one of the worst cards you could play for against us right there, honestly, as a creature-based pump spell to give him creatures on the board while improving the strength of his board. Okay, so what do we want here? Untapped red mana lets us double spell removal. Exiling this thing is okay. I have to have a body for the Harvester. I think this is just Prism into Lava Coil, I think. We're bleeding out to this Vanguard, which sucks. But hopefully Lifelink can fix that in a minute. He can't have an answer every single fucking turn. Well, he can. They often do. But in my dreams, they can't. Okay. I wondered last turn if I should have attacked with the Harvester. The problem is I don't want to trade life. Even if it's like breaking even, attacking with the Harvester, I'd rather just not lose life. Just rather him not attack with the Vanguard. Yeah, Care Bear. I'm planning on drafting the new set is the current plan right now. Try to get into it right when it launches. Seems fun. Cast that as a 3/3. Resolves. Okay. I mean, he's certainly doing the Selesnya things. He's doing it perfectly on curve with no hint of fixing or drawing. Or, you know, he's just doing this on curve. It's okay. We're stable on this board, kind of. Not really. It's not really okay. Two mana removal, super nice. Can I 2 mana into 3 mana removal, I think is what I do here. It's annoying because I have so much value in hand. Don't have any more artifact hate. So let's start with this. I don't want him proliferating. I don't want him to block. I want the card that lets him proliferate to be gone. So next turn we're looking at stuff. This is a draw 1 5/4 body. That's okay, I guess. Is this card good enough? Maybe not. guess it draws 2 if the Sage is still up next turn. Okay. Yes, draw 2. Yep. Still don't have an answer to Vanguard.
Another
Care Bear with the gifted subs. Thank you very much, Care Bear.
Space.
Should be attack with both here. There's no reason to attack with just the one. Do you have instant speed removal for my 3/5? Resolve. I block. I lifelink. Okay. Still fine. Still get my block, still get my lifelink. Still should have been attacked with both. Why would you not attack with both there? I don't understand. Like, what is the Loxodon holding back for? Dude, did he just draw a card that 6 mana generates? Okay. So we draw 1 here. Is that still good enough? 2/1 trades with that. 5/4 trades with the 4/4. I guess that's still good enough. I want to get Showdown out, but I don't know when I'm going to find tempo for that. Opponent has dumped his hand on curve white-green. It's like so many times with this deck this shitty, you just end up with like dead cards. Not dead cards. Dead turns because you overflow your draws or flood out or whatever else. So this is actually interesting because I can use this at instant speed to cycle and kill the Vanguard, which is pretty good.
Another
More gifted subs as well. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I feel like I get a pretty decent viewership for Magic, but I also feel like the Magic community is like so heavily taxed in terms of what they're already paying for. So this guy's a lot less valuable. I do have 2 other crew things that I can crew, but they both crew on 3, not 1. More power on the board is okay. I'm always trading the 5/4 for the 4/4 here. The question is, do I take 4 or trade off against the 4/2? I think this is that. Okay. They get taxed by microtransactions. The Magic community presumably plays Magic. Magic is super microtransaction. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You run out of cards and you top deck a card that gives your guys +1/+1 in vigilance? Fuck you. Alright. So I can mutate the Demolisher. If I mutate the Demolisher, I can remove this. He has to hit land exactly. This becomes a 3/3, and this becomes a 2/2. I don't think I can demolish it as a turn. I mean, this becoming a 6, I guess 6/6, give him a 3/3. I guess. It's pretty bad, though. Shit, do I kill the 1/1 who generates tokens, man? Oh, it's non-creature permanent. Never mind. Alright, opponent, stop top decking, okay? He can currently pump 3/3s if he draws land with Rhyme the Redeemed. There we go. A turn to cast my spells is exciting. Oh, he's spawning 3/3 tokens right now, which is terrifying. Oh, he missed it. He just didn't activate his 5. Didn't read the second part of the card, so he spawns 1/1 tokens. which is less threatening than 3/3 tokens. I'm going to be totally honest here. He can see my exiled, correct. Wide evasive flyers. Okay, so opponent is drawing okay here. So what do I have? 4, 7, 8 mana this turn. And a bunch of 1/1 tokens, and we can remove shit. Okay. I think I can kick this, right? 4, 8, 4, 7, 8. Let the spring go. Seems fine. I don't have enough red sources to do that. Fuck. Ah, yes I do. I've got the prism. Which one do we remove? The exile? I have to be the exile guy, huh? Remove either, I guess. Does it matter? Does matter. I have to kill that guy who exiles my 6/6 and the token generator, and I want to do it this turn to generate to generate +1/+1. So okay. We did a lot because we got to untap after casting Showdown. Dude, that hits Vanguard. That's so scary. It's gonna draw him a million cards too, right? There's no way they're putting on the flyer. So we're gonna cycle Deemworthy for value here. It's 4 to do it. We have to wait anyways. We need him to pay 8 life. I guess we can threaten to kill him. Can we just hit him? So if I hit him with 6 right now, think he ever blocks that? He doesn't have good blocks. I'm at 10. So this is 4, 7. Okay. This is a bad block in my opinion. I mean, I've got on board combat tricks. So I kill his token. He has to pay 4 life here, and I just kill that away and I live, which seems crazy to me. Do I do it with the Lavamancer? I think I do. Seems like such a bad block, man. Why don't you put more in front of it if you're just trying to kill it? Like the other 1/1 makes it so you don't just get blown out here. Can make him pay another here. Kind of want to cycle my card. I guess now I take the flyer damage. Have deem where they deal 2 damage, yeah. Drawing land here is kind of bad. I may set myself up to die with the fucking thing. It's fine. 3-0, 3 to his face. Seems good. It's at 5. I don't think I should have used the cycle there. I think I should have killed the flyer if he chose that target. Okay, so I'm chumping here. We'll see. See what his draw is. We've got good crackback. We've got removal for his creatures on board. He placed it Vanguard. I feel like that's so bad. That card is already an indestructible attacker. I think our opponent's not very good. So if I swing with all, what happens? He always blocks here for 6 of that. Blocks there, takes 3. So he double blocks and chumps. Do I just wait? I'm not swinging with Lava Mancer ever, but I can swing with Rubble Master. I think I want to attack here. I mean, the problem is he could double chump this, eat this, go to 1. He dies to Lava Mancer on the board. All right. I think this is attack with Demolisher and Rune Blaster, so it's going to be double block. If he triple blocks, I kill him because Rune Blaster goes through. If he double blocks, I remove the 1/1, and he's either forced to pay 4 life or lose his 5/5. I think both of those are pretty damn good as outcomes. Still got a blocker back. Could play it pre-combat to eat a thing if he has a trick, which gives me the token for it, the +1/+1. But if he has a trick that can remove a creature, I don't know, I kind of want this here so I don't die. I don't know if it matters though. I don't know, the point is I don't know if the 1/1 matters and it tells him what I'm doing. I don't want to making decisions. Okay, so this one was I kill the 1/1 and he has to pay 4 life, right? I mean, no damage is going through to him right now. I don't need this as a blocker with that. He can't have a pump spell and that. He thinks he's drawing cards, and he will draw cards, which is pretty shitty. But at the moment, he makes the decision of going to 1 or losing his Vanguard. So he's going to 1, and he dies next turn to Lava Mancer. That's got to be good enough. Could I just hit him face here instead, and then he can't activate the Vanguard? Maybe that's better. Trade it both. I think it's actually better to go fucking face. Hold on. I think I just let this damage occur, right? Okay. Got there, chat. I wasn't sure I was going to get there, but I did get there.
5 years. Thanks as always for the content.
Thank you, Momo the Mo. Welcome back. All right. Okay, so this denies him the draw, denies him the crackback. We have a decent board, and we've got a Lava Mancer just sitting there, pinging away his stuff. So I think we're pretty good. All right, I wasn't sure we were going to get there with the Vanguard on 2, followed by... But he missed so much damage, right? He missed that turn. We could have hit me with the Loxodon for a free 4. He made some really questionable blocks. Like, there was an onboard combat trick with the Lava Mancer, which he just got blown up by, despite the fact it's sitting there in plain sight. He didn't activate the token to clone a 3/3 instead of a 1/1. He just made a 1/1. I'm pretty sure, I think it was... Maybe it was 6, and he only had 5. I might be giving him 1 too many mistakes to what he actually played. So he had 5. I think it's 6 to activate the cloning effect, but maybe it's 5. I don't remember. It's the first time I've seen that card actually resolve. Like, no one else has played it yet. I don't know. There's a white-green fucking top deck, right? Like, you got to hit your top decks or get fucked. I mean, to some degree, you have to in Magic anyways, but this looks like a good hand. Accelerating out here, cycling on 4 if we need to dig for lands, 2 mana removal, 3 mana dork. Both seem great. Dude, another Selesnya deck? Really? Is it going to be Vanguard again? Vanguard or Howlblade are both fucking terrible. Charming Prince. It's fine. I will remove it. It's not a terribly exciting thing, but it's too mana efficient not to. I don't mind the Scry either. pretty far from Sahili being good for us. I think I just don't want either of these cards right now. I hate scrying gas to the bottom, but getting 5 for the Sovereign seems relevant. This card is maybe too good to pass. We're going to have the Sovereign on board, and we're going to likely have the Visionary on board. So a lot of times this is draw 2, put a 5-4 on the board. Maybe I keep that. It's a little questionable. We will have green for it. And we will draw another card. I just need to hit land 5 for the Sovereign. I mean, I guess we're there if he doesn't remove the mana dork, but if we do. I gotta take this card out, chat. I just think this should be a mountain. Which one is it that allows me to pay 3 life if I want to? That's the removal land. I mean, summon an enormous boat that kills his creature seems like a really good play. It turns out going first and ramping is a really solid strategy. Who knew? Oh, he's gonna blow up my Sky Sovereign. Boo. I mean, it's still 2 for Wyndham. Cost me a draw, I guess. Do have black mana, so I can run out the Predator. Do we want the land? How many draws do I want from this? I want as many fucking draws as I can get. So I'm on 5. I don't hate Predator smacking with the Visionary, run out the draw next turn. I need to take that out and put a mountain in after this. You love Sky Sovereign. Sky Sovereign is like an MVP of this draft. Like not joking. It hits so many targets. It's so good. It's one of it. There's not a lot of evasive flying creatures in this format either that get played. So like it's all of those things. Super irritating to deal with because it's a crew. So it's an artifact creature. He threw out 3 small flyers, though. Okay. Alright, so we play this out. I have 4, 5, 4, 7, so I'm 1 shy of what I want to do, which is these 2. I guess I draw first. How do I kill the Executioner? No, I can't draw first. I have to cycle. Cycle is 4. So I guess it's not. I guess it's actually Harvester plus Deemworthy, huh? Because I can't let him exile my Immersion Predator. Still okay, since we can cast the Harvester. Maybe I should have tried it as a trick, but there's no way. There's no way he triple blocks. I mean, it can gain indestructible and it goes to 4, right? It's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe he could have tried it, but even the exile doesn't work, right? So we're eating his stuff. I don't think it matters what stuff we eat. We just want to eat out of his graveyard so he doesn't get value out of exiling in response to deny me the tokens. It's a much better card, Immersion Predator, than Immerstorm. I love this fucking card. This card is so stupid to deal with. Can't crew my vehicle right now, which is a bit painful. But I think we're in okay shape. We draw 3 next turn if these creatures survive, 2 if we have to eat the Visionary to protect the Predator off Karuga. Get the counters when it taps. Oh, really? I don't know if that's true or not. That phrasing is unclear to me. Whenever it becomes tapped, exile target card and put a +1/+1 counter. They do seem like independent things, but I'm not sure. Maybe. He wants to race. Okay. I guess he can spawn 1/1s to block me. I don't think Spring to Mind gets us anywhere right now. Let's draw first. Yep, can draw a Reclamation Sage and blow up Chariot, which would be disgusting. Still blow up Chariot. I'll leave the harvesters and ambusher. Maybe should have gotten for another 3, but I like my blockers here. I feel like we have tons of gas in hand. We've got a card that will kill the chariot if he doesn't make it into a creature. We've got a card that will kill the chariot if it does make it into a creature. Like, I feel okay right now. Yeah, obviously hold Heartless Act. That's why I didn't cast Spring. We have... Doesn't an immersion predator sound like a lurking crocodile? Like, it sounds so much better than this. Yeah. I know, Selesnya. Like, Selesnya is like the most honest archetype, right? Like, it's all about, we're not going to combat. You don't get to declare attackers here. That was... Okay, yeah. I don't think you can play Honest in this format. I think Honest in this format was us yesterday. We had some really, really good Honest decks. But, like, I don't think you get there in this format doing Honest things. Where do the names for the color combinations come from? They're part of the lore of the game. They represent certain guilds, so certain color combinations are like guilds of combined things in the lore of the game. So they come from that. If you want to learn them, they're definitely written somewhere in a wiki somewhere. Just get used to it from hearing the people talk about it. Yeah. Yes, get rid of Spikefield Cave. Good call. Tap lands are pretty bad in this format, honestly. So where is it? It's there. We want +1 mountain. Go. You don't know if we have immersion heaters in the US. I don't know what an immersion heater is. It sounds like you heat a pool with it. That's search for land card when you have no blue. We are playing blue, dude. So I think we're okay. This hand going first. Just gotta draw land. A little bit of early interaction, potentially a blocker. Ah, man, we draw land, we're good. We don't. I mean, welcome to fucking Magic. Are you gonna go first with a hand like this with 2 lands and ditch it? I don't think we are. Alright. Always punished. Opponent's playing Dirtle. We can't play our cards. Okay, we missed 1. That's fine. 1 is okay. We can still live with missing 1, probably. If we miss 2, we're probably fucked, though. Miss 2. Opponent Dirtles, draws cards. Probably dead here. This is probably the end of the run, too. Yeah, I know. Welcome to Magic. You have a limited resource called lands. This determines how powerful you can play each turn. Your decisions are mulligan, reducing the total number of resources you have, or bet on a percent draw that's less than 100. This is scrying. Does it go face? It does go face. Scry doesn't help me this turn. I'm at 7, I don't have to discard. So we'll ping his fucking face. I don't want to reduce the total. This doesn't ramp, this just reduces the total number of lands in my deck. Does this go Planeswalkers? It does.
How this thing goes is up to you. Balance comes.
Opponent plays valued Planeswalkers and fucking Maze Mine versus getting land screwed.
Most wounds can heal.
Land of Never, not on top. Of course not. Does 2 mana help us more? This can cycle lands. I don't want to cycle lands. I have my colors. I actually just want to get lands developed. I can never double play this turn. Okay, so it's always this then.
Not bad.
Chat, pretty sure we're winning, right?
Else.
I mean, he's at 18. The fact we have to 2-for-1 ourselves, 3-for-1 ourselves versus Vivian. And then, what is it, 4-for-1 versus Maze Mind Tome? We're still in it. Opponent chooses Dirtle. I mean, that looks like counter mana, huh? There's 6 of it, too. Could be Stupid Epiphany. Could also just be Scry or draw or both, right? He's had all the time in the world to develop what the hell he wants. I think he'll counter Saheeli. Saheeli has some value in our deck right now. The question is, do I want Rune Blaster? No. Goblin gets countered. The next spell we play here gets countered. So the question is not which card gets us back in the game faster. It's which card are we more okay with having not resolve. I mean, I could Shock and Deem Worthy and cycle this end step, but it is creature, so I have to target a creature. So if he doesn't cast something, I can't do it. Could also be okay with this card getting countered, I guess, but it's pretty high value. You think he's least important? I don't know. I'll try it, but I am not convinced, honestly. I don't think it resolves. Ever. You don't have to. Oh, it's a May. That's a good call. Yeah. Guess who nailed that one? 6 mana counter spell. They love this card too. This is such the definition of do nothing, right? Like it can be so strong, but it's also like, I have 6 mana open. Is that even good here? I guess it is. I guess you get another 5/5 that casts another spell. Oh, you don't have another spell. But still has 10 power on the board after countering my turn 4 play. This is what happens when you don't draw your resources in a game. It's just so stupid. The game of magic. So we can Predator plus Reclaimer. Take 10. I can't. This is 4 and that's 2. We don't get there with that. I can double spell with... I mean, I guess I could just remove this one for 5. It's not exciting, but I'm gonna fucking die if I don't. Do it while he's tapped. All right. Opponent's still on 7 cards in hand because he's a Dirtle deck and we gave him infinite time to generate value. It's gonna be really hard to come back from here. If he has any more interaction, we're probably fucked. If he's just playing out cards, maybe we can survive. Toski to draw more, awesome. Left open blue, blue, green. Plenty of counter mana there. Okay, 2 like fucking terrifying threats. I'm 1 mana shy of double casting to remove it, right? It's 3. So my options are Overload, get a body on the board, get back Bolt, and Foreshadow the Bolt or whatever it's called. Or develop the Predator to start growing it so I can maybe challenge this 5/5. I'm not excited by my options. I think this is the best I can do here. Too bad that's not 1 mana shorter. We had 1 mana more, but hey, welcome to this game, right? Which is the mana screw game. So technically we have a blocker for either Tauski drawing him infinite cards, but he gets to cast a series of spells with Rashmi, which means he can triple spell this turn super easily. Can't imagine winning from here. That turn where he countered us with Epiphany, then cast his Sphinx and doubled his Sphinxes with Epiphany was pretty dumb. Good game. Take 9. Give him 3 more cards. Certainly not a format where you can miss land drops, huh? But can I mull a 2? I mean, I'm going first. Can I really mulligan the 2 land with 3 of our colors built into that? With red, black, and green, an early interaction and an early cast? I don't know if I can mill that ever. All right, so what do I have to actually do to survive here? I have to generate. I have to. Can I possibly survive here? Also, why is this a 3/4 now? Oh, it's an Elf Lord. So we're working with 3/7 mana. 4/5 always has to come down. It's too bad it's not 1 more. I could cast all of them and the Saheeli and generate some tokens. But I can't deal with the 5/6, right? So I can chump the 5/5. I can double block the 3/4, block the 5/5, sack for indestructible, taking 8. If I remove the 3/4, I can even chump the 2/2, but then I'm still taking 6. Can block with this guy, absorbs 2 of it. We go to 4. 4 is still dead, right? And if I sack, I can't even get the trample reduction. What about the other way? I can't ever interact with that, and that 1 hits me. So I can't, there's no combination of Reclaimer, Predator, and Demon Bolt that gets me. How about Saheeli plus like Escape plus another land off of Escape? So another land that gives me 2 1/1 blockers, I can chump that. I don't think I can survive the 5/6. I think there's no combination of cards that get me there, chat. Well, we'll work at it and see. Oh, I don't have mana to do what I thought I was doing. Never mind. I was adding the 1 from Escape, but I have to sequence Escape before Saheeli to do that. And if I sequence Escape before Saheeli, I can't generate a token anyways. There's no way out of that. No way out of that. We're 1 mana short the entire game, right? Just from missing 2 land drops in a row. 3, whatever the fuck it was, 2 or 3. There's no oof there. It's just not a doable thing, right? I had a solution in my head that kind of maybe gave us a chance, but even then probably didn't. We took 4 with that pile. I actually think 4 is better than I was expecting to do with that. So fine with that, honestly. All right, new draft. Arriving in a rough spot? Typical Magic, right? Your draft games are going to be a minimum of 1 of your games lost entirely to land. Minimum. More likely 2. I'm glad to hear that, Commander's Brew. I think that's the fun part of watching Magic streams, right? Is exactly what you're describing. All right. 5 color good stuff again. So Predator was great, won us 1 game. We played a bunch of really bad weenie decks, which is surprising. I mean, I get it. I feel like go fast or go home. Go fast or go Galos is the format. Like this. Okay, explain this. Some idiot hit, I'm ready for draft, and then nearly timed out. All right, pack 1, pick 1. Sword of Body and Mind has been an underperformer in this format to me. Guardian Idol is excellent. Poison the Cup is excellent. Sarkon's excellent. Rankle's fine. Loris is good. Thragtusk is excellent. If we take Loris, we don't cut black. We don't really cut white either. So we pass somebody, Poison the Cup, and Rankle and Thoughtseize. Now, yesterday our opponents didn't read anything at all, so signaling was pretty pointless. Thragtusk is really good. And Loris has been pretty medium too. I feel like it's between Guardian Idol, Thragtusk, and Loris. Loris is if we believe in the recursion dream, but I feel like this card isn't as good. There's plenty of life gain sources in this format. And I want to see the payoffs first. I want to see which of the mores before I care about life, honestly. Loris as a companion is a scam. I think this is just Guardian Idol, by the way. Seems crazy, but the 2-mana ramp spells are so good in this format. So, between these three, Idol, Loris, Thragtusk. Alright, pack 2. There's a Mind Stone, a Crystalline Giant, both of these cards have overperformed. Giant's excellent in this format. Rush Me is really good in this format. Brontodon's fine, Ram Through's fine. More green cards here. This is either Giant or Mind Stone, but I'm kind of on Mind Stone. Okay. Lyra. Yes. Lyra Dawnbringer, Chatbane. Go. Embercleave? Nope. Alright. There's a Dreadhorde invasion there. There's Witch of the Moors. So there's the punish for not picking Loris, but also the indication that we can do this format. There's also Field of the Dead. So Field is super good in this format. It wins games. So is Witch, though. Although, look at these black cards being passed around. I think either of these are viable. We want to see a Golos with this. This card on its own is okay. It's just a bit slow. You think it has to be Field? I feel like Witch is super good. Mono black doesn't really get a whole lot from these ramps, though. I mean, if we're just saying, okay, you know what? Yesterday I think I might have taken Witch, and I think I might have taken Witch because I think this card is super good, and I like the black life gain archetype. I really think it's very good. But here we're trying to force 5-color ridiculousness. So let's grab that. All right. Mythos or Approach. This could be an Approach deck. Can you have multiple Field of the Deads? You can Mythos your Field of the Dead? That's funny. Huh. Maybe we can wheel Approach. I think these are too powerful of an options for this deck to take a land there. I like the lands, don't get me wrong. So we've got Gemrazor and Reclamation Sage. Some duels. Wilderness Reclamation. This is a deck that would play Wilderness Reclamation. Probably. We don't know the rest of what we're doing, but if we're going to play ramp and janky stuff, can have too much janky stuff, but slamming Wilderness Reclamation on turn, going first, turn 2, ramp, turn 3, Wilderness Reclamation is pretty nasty. I don't think the rest of the cards matter. Kogla is a fine payoff in a card deck like this. Probably. We got a lot of ramp. It's a big dude. He's a Cultivator. Another ramp card. We actually need to take some lands at some point. I guess this technically triggers twice off Field of the Dead. We can maybe look for payoffs later. I like the 2-mana ramp more than the 3. I like the fixing off of the Caravan. I don't know. I'm going to need something, but maybe it doesn't have to be Kogla. Maybe we can do something more ridiculous. There's a Green Seeker in here we quite like. It's just card advantage. Cheap instant removal. And black. Black's a little painful. Feel like we want core green for the Reclamation already. There's the Orrery. Orrery is pretty strong. I don't know if it's too much or not. Let's grab Green Seeker for now. Card advantage matters. So Bedevil, an Uprising, a Thirst for Knowledge, and a Giant, and an Expertise. Don't feel like we're going to have creatures on the board very often. Shade's excellent if we ended up in that black deck, but we didn't. So is this Bedevil? It's very clunky with the stuff we have so far. We could speculate on the Expertise. I don't think I'm going to miss Bedevil. Shade is a beater. We can never block with this card, though. It seems like really not the type of card we want in this deck. Alright, so this is pack 1. So Poison the Cup wheeled. I'll take that. That's crazy that with black being wide open, Poison the Cup wheeled. I think it's better than Sarkon or Tajik for us. The blue flash guy is a little bit interesting, but not really. I don't really like Reclaim, although we have a lot of ramp already. Poison's an instant. Rashmi wield and Thrashing Brontodon and Bone Crusher Giant. That's pretty wild. This card gets better with Wilderness Reclamation as well. But Rashmi is nuts. Like literally nuts. It just lets you double spell. It's like, oh, I resolve Rashmi. And it's each turn, so it has synergy with Reclamation too, right? I get free spells or free draws off of casting things on their turn. You know, it's just a really powerful card. All right, let's just get given a Golos. I mean, everyone else gets a Golos on the start of opening this draft, so I'd like one now. This is a God Pharaoh's deck. So we got instant speed removal, Chart of Course, Censor. Censor can be cycled, and God Pharaoh's Gift. I don't have any creatures yet, so God Pharaoh's Gift seems a little less good. Maybe just take the Demon Bolt. Okay. Censor's okay. It's blue and it cycles. Maybe it's better than Demon Bolt here. I don't like playing those. As a streamer, they lose a little bit of value, and then in addition, I'm just not really big on them. Would like to draft some lands with this deck. Spikefield Hazard is a weirdly named red land. I don't think I can play Bastion without more fixing. What does this do? Counters. Okay. Green blue duel with a weird name is perfect for us. Oh, this comes in as a graveyard creature. Interesting. Caravan Wield. Okay. Accepted. Grasp of Darkness Wield. All right, we just need fixing. A lot of fixing. Chandra is a big dude that sometimes board wipes. Sigrid is early game 2-for-1ing. Triome as fixing. Captain Lannery as fixing. Card is overkill. Mouth to Feed, okay as well. It's a dude that I draw off of. Chandra, Triome. Dude, even this guy is good. Like, this card just wins games, right? If I can token generate with this, with Reclamation up, we just win. Fuck, I don't know, man. That's hard. Don't seem very white right now. I think I default to lands here. I would play Chandra. I'd probably play Teferi. I'd play this. There's a lot here, but I'm not sure any of them are so good, and it's a little bit unclear where we're going yet. All of our mana being any color is okay. Maze Mind Tome is okay. Dryad's really solid for this type of deck. Fabled Passage double triggers the land. A lot of good cards here again. Elves for Accelerant. A couple duels. Tomb or Tendershoot here? I think it's Tendershoot. Hope to wield Dryad of the Elysium, I guess. Any consideration for Contempt here? No. Nope. Not yet. Tome is really good with a lot of mana, though. It's life gain and fixing, and it's colorless. I think I take that first. Valky's alright. We can play it as the Tybalt. Village Rite, Spell Pierce, Mayhem Devil. Green Mana Dork, Rune Crab. Rune Crab's okay in a deck like this. I don't know how core blue we are, though. Shark Typhoon is excellent in a deck like this. I think it's better than Valky, too, by quite a bit. I actually didn't see that card till right now. Alright, no lands in this pack. Let's take the Typhoon. It's kind of what we want to do. Hold up in mana. Elder Gargareth. Chariot, Search, Golos, Back for More in the same fucking pack. I mean, obviously it's Golos. I almost snap picked Gargareth. I'm like, that's exactly what we want. We accelerate out. We get a dude who creates a dude who gains us life, who's hard to deal with. And then I'm like, Chariot's good. I'm like, Ascanta fits this. I'm like, Cardivan. Oh no, this is Golos. It's like Golos 10th pick. All right. We've got a dude who kills shit, who makes, okay, we've got red-black duels, requires Swamps or Mountain. It's not very exciting. We've got a cycling card that can counter something for value. We've got a fixer. We might be red core. We're definitely green core. I don't know what our second color is yet. Probably not red. This card like never gets picked. Fixing is pretty good though. I think a lot of the time I take obstructions. I haven't actually played this card. It looks super bad for like other decks, but it feels actually really good in this deck. Tutelage is a win con that draws us cards. Glorious Protector is nice. Eldest Reborn is insane, insane value. Less so if we can't contest board at all though. And we can Fauna Shaman to grab Golos, that's true. I think I Tutelage here. That's cute, and I don't hate it. And that's really powerful if they have limited creatures on the board. But I feel like this is maybe something we want to do. It sets up really nicely for Mythos too. Like just can't copying a Teferi's Tutelage is nuts. Dude, what are people picking? Look at this pack. Glorybringer and Great Henge are in this pack on pick 7. And Goose is in this pack at pick 7. Like, we're not a Henge deck, and we're not a Glorybringer deck, although we could be a Glorybringer deck. It's essentially removal. I think I take Goose here and get really salty that people are fucking passing these cards around. All right, red-green duel, black-blue duel. Nothing else we want there. So Healy's okay in a deck like this. Generates a lot of tokens. I don't even hate negate here. But I think this is red-green dual land that can cycle. Island or swamp. We don't know if we're playing island or swamp yet. Okay. While I also pass them. It's kind of a dumb thing to say, right? Like, the goal is that you think there's 7 other decks that weren't playing green creatures or red, essentially. Mouth to Feed is fine for some draw. Bag of Holding is kind of what we want to do in a deck like this. This card is actually pretty good for us too. Just can't necessarily protect it. Terramander's not bad either. I think Bag of Holding. It's a little dirtily. All right, Vraska's Contempt Wield. Cruel Reality is a Curve Topper. Castle Vantress is better in a deck like this with Wilderness Reclamation. Contempt's removal, but we don't have black fixing yet. We have 3 double black spells if we take Vraska's. Mountain or Plains. I think I'm taking the Castle Vantress. This dude is a land or a mana dork. I don't think I get value out of this, that, or the other ones. Okay. Elder Gargareth and Back for More Wield. You can no longer tell me the players I'm playing with have any idea how to play this game at all. Mind blown. I guess it's the Gargareth over Back for More. Back for More recurs the Golos, but yeah. All right, Gifted Aetherborn, last card picked. I don't think you can tell me. I don't understand what my opponents are doing. Are my opponents bots? Like this is a human draft, right? Cloudblazer, pretty solid for us, but really slow. Heartless Act, black instant speed removal. Disfigure, black instant speed removal. Predator's great. Cast Out is white removal. Cold Heart is 2 mana ramping. That's also fixing. You can't Wilderness Reclamation with Banefire. It's a sorcery, so it doesn't help us. Okay. Double land plays. I like Swift Response. I'm not sure we can cast white mana. We don't actually have that many lands. The moment we can't play Golos. Maybe this is Spring to Mind. Maybe I just have to force some lands here. It really been nice to see a black duel in there. We got white-green duel, blue-red duel. That's actually useful for us. Island or Mountain, maybe not. White-green, tapped. Dude, I gotta get lands, though. We're real light on them. We're gonna be playing a lot of fucking basics right now, which is not good. We're not playing core red. It's green-blue right now. Don't need white. I guess I need white for Golos. I'm hoping to wheel the Spring to Mind. Olamog. We have a fuck ton of ramp. Can't instant cast that. Toski's okay too. It's more drawing. Primal Might's really good. Red white duel. Blue black duel. Fixing. Pyromancer. Fuck. Okay.